Remarketer, empowering realtors.
Good morning, and thank you very much for joining me today. Okay, so we've had a lot of inquiries, especially recently, with regards to blogging and the ability of the system to create um, blog posts, as well as um, uh, what can be done in order to build a solution where you can have multiple blog streams. Blogging is an important piece of the dynamics for your marketing. They're not just designed to rest on your website for SEO purposes, even though they do have a very strong search engine optimization capacity. But you can also use your blog posts as marketing pieces. You can post those blogs to your website. You can repost them from there over to your social media. You can repurpose them for your social media campaigns. You can recreate them over and over again for different social media posts. You can email them to your clients, so as content for email marketing. You can include them in as references for landing pages. So there are many, many different purposes that you could utilize a blog post for. These are pieces of knowledge, updated information that you can create and add to your system for marketing, search engine optimization, as well as the fact that you're expressing your knowledge and making it accessible to users and prospects out there. So blogs in general are very important. And with the emergence of AI, it's much easier for you to create blog posts and go about making them more often. So this is taken as an opportunity for you to now be more active in that domain and create more blog posts and promote more blog posts through your system. So this is what we're going to be talking about today, and I will show you how to easily make blog posts using Remarketer, and also create multiple streams of that, and how to configure and categorize them on your website so that you can repurpose them for different marketing campaigns. All right, so let's get into the discussion for today. Just give me a second. Let me just double check something here. I want to make sure all my streams are live. Okay, perfect. Everything's good. All right, so let's get into discussion. What we have in Remarketer for you to be able to create blog posts is this module right here, news and blogs. So that's where we can create blog posts and post them on your website. It's pretty straightforward and easy to work with. Now, at the top, you have some posts that we prepare every week so that you can utilize them if you wish to do so. So every week we post several different articles, and these are recreated briefs of major news articles going on through the past few days that we represent for you over here. So these are already available and built, and you can immediately post them and use them if you wish to do so. One of these articles are automatically posted to your website. So it's already available under a tab called News. So these are the news articles, and these posts are automatically updated on your website. So that would be one stream that's automated on your system, and it's available there. Now, if you don't wish for this automation to happen on your website, it's pretty straightforward. You could just go to settings up here, and you can go to general. We have auto update news on website. You can switch this off or on, so that the automation happens on your website or not. So that's one thing that you could configure on your system. If by default this is switched on, so these news articles are posted to your website, one of them every week, so that your website is maintained with latest updates, even if you're not active in that area. However, if you wish to take over and do your own thing with blogging, you can stop that service, or you can have that service going on while you also create your own blog posts as well. So if any of these resonate and you wish to add them to your website, you can simply view the article here. And if you like it, you could just simply click on add, and this will add the post to your website. So now this is also added to your website. So if I look here, I can see that the post is now added on my website as well. So you could use these tools, use these posts, and you have enough so that you can fill in your week with content that's already prepared for you. So that's the easy route. Now, the other option that you have, obviously, is to create your own content. And that's where you click on the Add New option, where you can add new posts to your blogging. Now, obviously, for those of you who've been working with Remarketer before, you know that we have AI built into the system, so you don't have to go back and forth between platforms in order to create content, even though it's up to you. If you have your own ChatGPT or Claude or whatever preference, and you have your own accounts there, and it's easier for you to create content right there on their own interface, you can certainly do so, and then copy and paste your content over here. Or you could just simply use the AI connected here. So this is connected to OpenAI's ChatGPT, and it helps you write the article if you wish to do so. So it's got its own benefits to make things a lot quicker for you. So the way it works is that you just click on Help Me Write, and then you decide what you want to write. And three of the options that we have here is a blog post title, a blog post itself, or a blog post description. So we have three items which we need to configure for every blog post: a title, a description, and the body, right? So that's the main portion of the blog post. Now, let me tell you what we have here. So as you can see here, we have a title, we have a description, and then we have the body itself, right, with the pictures and everything. So the three items are important. Firstly, for search engine optimization, the title and description is exactly what's going to appear in a Google search result. Let me show you. So if I search for interest rates decision for making a home purchase, just a random search, you can see that the results that appear, they all have a title and a description. So that's why we would need to have, so this is the title, and this part down here in is a description. When you click on read more, then it's going to take you to the actual post where you see the body of the post right there. So that's why we have the three available here: your title, your description, and the body post. Now, all of them can be prepared using the built-in AI connection. So let's say I would like to create a blog, and I'll start with a blog title. Let's say we want to talk about preparing for a mortgage renewal, right? So you can think of topics and subjects, and the beauty of having AI available to you is that you don't really have to spend a lot of time on the structure. All you need to do is to think about the topics and the main points in the content that you want to be included, right? So how important it is, especially now. All right, so that's what I want to talk about. Okay. So I select what do you want to write. It's a blog post title. This is what my blog post is going to be about. Which tone would you like to write? So we've got a full list of different tones that you could select: professional, formal, informal. You can make it sound urgent. You can make it sound compelling. You can go down the list. It could be funny, for instance. You would want to make it joyful, excited. There's so many different things: optimistic, serious, worried, whatever. Okay, so there are many different tones that you could select to write this blog post. Let me select informal, for instance. Now, it's a good idea for you to practice that as well. You can keep a tone and keep it going. So if you want to write your blog posts in informal ways, you can just simply select that and just keep that as your style. Or you can change this and change the tone every once in a while to make it a little bit more interesting, maybe. So it's really up to you and how you can see your contacts react to different styles and tones. So you can certainly try different approaches as well, and you'd be amazed how people are going to respond when the tone will basically respond differently when the tone changes. All right, so I'll keep informal there, and obviously the max length is going to be one sentence. It's just going to be a title. You can also select to use emojis if you like to. So if you feel that is going to make it a little bit more interesting, we can certainly use emojis as well. So once you click submit, the system submits it to AI, and it provides you with a suggestion for a title. If you're not happy with this, you can either change it or you can submit again, and it will give it another shot and give you another version. So that's up to you. Once you're happy, you can just click use it, and it inserts the post title for you. The next section would be a post description. I'm going to use AI again. So this time we're going to use a blog post description. So again, this is going to be my topic. I just copied and pasted it from the previous entry. Now I want to add a few things as well here. So let's say contact me if you need more information. I have suggestions and referrals for you, whatever. So you just put in the information that you need, and then I'm just going to say, all right, so I would like to have one paragraph of content, and I don't need emojis for this part of the sentence. So it's a blog post description. That's what I have here, and then I'm going to submit. So in the description, it's going to be a little bit more catchy with my call to actions, etc., because this is the starting point. So this is where people are going to view the post, and hopefully it interests them to get in there. So the system offers you a suggestion. Again, you can make changes. So for instance, if you don't like that, you can edit and make changes to the system and then click use. So it then inserts the description into the system for you. Now, the next part would be the post body. Now, the post body is where you can be a lot more creative. You can not only add text, but you can also add pictures, you can embed videos, you can add links, you can make it colorful, you can add tables to create different portions of or basically different layouts in the system. You can change your fonts and the size of the font and all of that. So you can beautify the post body if you wish to do so. Otherwise, you can just simply add the content and that's going to do the trick for you. Now, this time we're going to write an actual blog post. So the topic is going to be the same as before. Let me just copy that here. I'm just going to copy this whole thing and then we're going to change it. All right. So blog post. Let me just put in my ideas there. So getting ready for mortgage is more critical than ever. The prices have been on a decline for quite a while. Don't be shocked if banks don't appraise your house for the value that it was initially appraised for. What to look out for and how to prepare to be able to renew successfully. Okay, so these are the stuff that I want. So again, you don't have to think about the structure. This time I would like to have 3 paragraphs of information. I'm just going to click submit. All right, so there it is. We have content prepared for me. I can add it in. And start formatting. All right. Now, you can start giving it different formats. So for instance, I want this part to be bold or stronger, gives you leverage, whatever. All right, so you can change things like that and give it a little more character. If you wish to add pictures, you can do so. All you need to do is to decide where the picture is going to be. So let's say I would like to add a picture down here right before the text. So what I would suggest is this. In order for you to do that, I would suggest to add a table. So I need 2 columns here, one on the left and one on the right. And then what I would do is I would cut this part and paste it in here. So I have one cell, the other cell shrunk because there's no content there yet. Don't worry about it. So I have one cell with the text, and in this other cell, I'm going to add a picture. So I can either choose a file from my computer, So let's say this is the picture that I'd like to add, or you can add a link to the picture. All right, now the picture is added. What we need to do, always remember this, whenever you add a picture, you have to click on it and then select how much of the cell space you would like it to fill. So I'm just going to say 100%. So the cell is going to now divide between these two and give you proper content. All right, so I'm just going to cut this as well. And I'm going to add it in here. All right. So now it basically expands depending on the thing, because when we go to percentage, then it's what is it? It's more flexible depending on the size of the screen. You can flex it. If I can say 50%, that's 50% of the cell, right? So we're going to stick to 100% of the cell. If you change the dimension of the picture, so let's say I change the dimension to, you can see the dimension right here, 293 by 188. That dimension is going to stick now. So it is going to be 293 pixels wide, no matter how wide the screen is or how much space you have there. If you click on the 100%, it is now flexible. So if I'm on a wider screen, the picture is going to be bigger. If I'm on a narrower screen, the picture is going to be smaller. So I always like to stick to that. Also, if you wish to, if you think that the primary interface that your blog post is going to be read on is going to be a mobile phone, I always suggest that you use a one-column system. So let me put this back into a one-column system for you to see. So I'm just going to cut that out. I'm going to paste it right here. So I have the content right there. Now I'm going to delete this picture, and I would also like to delete the table. All right, now if I want to add a picture, I will just add a picture to the top right here. So add a picture, choose your file, there it is, open it. And then again, don't forget to click on 100%. So that is going to be 100% of the width. Now, usually on a mobile phone, this is going to be narrower, and it's just going to line perfectly. So that's what I would suggest, because these days, most of the time, especially if you're planning to email this post out to your contacts, or if you want to post this on social media, 90% of the time the post is going to be read on a phone, and therefore a one-column structure is the best approach, where all the texts are visible, or the images are visible. Everything is perfectly aligned and visible. So you can structure and give it a little bit more intense structure, or you can just stay simple and go one column down with all the content that you wish to have. All right. So once you're ready with this, we're ready to publish the post. Now, this category is just for reference, so you can have multiple categories there. So I can just call this my real estate blog, for instance. Let's call it my real estate blog. So that's your category. Then you can decide if you wish to add. Sorry about that. All right. If you wish to just save this as for future, or as a draft, or you want to add it to the website right now. So if you wish to add the post to the website, you just switch this on. Now the next section is important. This one is the featured image. So let's say you want to share this post on social media. You copy and paste the link onto your social media. There's a thumbnail image. You could have multiple images here. You could have 5 or 6 different pictures used in this post, but you would like one of the pictures to be your thumbnail picture. So you can select the same picture, or you can select a different picture to be the thumbnail of your. So this one is the featured image. So this is going to be used as the featured image of this blog post. So wherever this blog post is being featured on social media, for instance, before they click on it and read the full article, that's the image that's going to be featured and used as the thumbnail. So I'll select that and I will save this. So the post was successfully updated. I can go back to my posts here and I can see that the post is updated. The type of the post is custom news. And now it's also available on my website. You can see that it's also on website. So if I go to my website and I refresh, there it is. The blog post is available. You can see how that looks here. All right. So it literally took us a few minutes to create a blog post and post it to your website. So that's perfect. Now, what is the next step? Now that you have this post available here, it can be used in multiple other basically channels for you to be able to send this and make your audiences aware of what you created right now. The first thing is that if you want to share it on social media, the best way to share this on social media is pretty easy. You can go to your website and you have share on social media options here. So you can certainly share on Facebook, you can share it on X or email it, or on LinkedIn, or you could just take the URL right here and share it on your social media. So if you want to share it on, let's say, Instagram, you can just simply copy this URL and go about your creating your post. Over there, it's usually about the picture, and you're going to share a picture, and then you're going to have links to the post usually. But if you're into whatever social media platform, you have the link available to take with you and share it. So it's already available on your own website. The reference point is definitely going to be your own website as well, not an external blogging platform. Those blogging platforms are pretty much outdated unless you're specifically, that's your profession and you want to do blogging only. Anyway, so that's one way to start sharing. Another great way to start sharing this is just emailing it out right out of your CRM. You can also share on social media from here as well. But once I click email, I can then select my contacts, or the group of contacts that I wish to send it to, and send the email out through my news and blogs right there. So under action, you have email. So you can email it out to your contacts right away and have this sent to their inboxes. Another place where now this would be accessible would be under newsletters. So if you're creating your own newsletter, I'm not going to get into all the details of the newsletter, but one of the items that you can add to your newsletter is news. And right here, you can see that you have your own article available as well. And you can add your own article to the newsletter along with all the other stuff, your listings and market stats and, other stuff that you would like to include in your newsletter. So this can also be accessed through your newsletter. So now you've created content that at the end of the week, for instance, you can include in your newsletter and send it out to your contacts as well. This is unique content to you. And this way, you're creating more and more footprint, and you're generating a lot more awareness. You're providing a service alongside of it. You are also creating a lot of search engine optimization, and indirectly increasing the potential of you generating leads. So these are the things that let me just give you a quick little thing here. So a lot of clients who just have websites clients and non-clients. They say, I have a website which hasn't generated any leads for me. And this is what I always tell them. What have you done with your website? When was the last time you looked at your website? And how do you expect other people to look at your website if you haven't, and then become your leads? So this is a lot to expect from a platform that you are making no use of it yourself. So it's very, very important for you to understand this. Your website is your number one point of presence for all of your marketing, everything, whether you're on a billboard or you're doing social media marketing, anything that you do, your website is your point of reference. But you got to make use of it. What does that mean, making use of your website? You have to create content and you have to point to your website. So that email newsletter is content that you're sending out. It's a marketing effort. It's a marketing campaign. You're sending out a newsletter and it has links to your website. So your website is hosting all that value, all those services, all of those things that people are going to read and trust you for it. And you're a realtor at the end of the day. You're not selling a product, you're selling a service. Selling services requires one thing and only one thing, and that is TRUST, trust. Never forget that. Nobody's going to work with a realtor unless they trust the realtor with the knowledge that they see that you have. Right? So that's important. What we need to do is to be able to create blog posts like that. This is one instance, and there are a lot of other things that we talk about over the weeks with Remarketer. You can create content, you can create value, and then share that value. And all of that value is hosted where? On your website. So that's how your website is your number one vessel for running your marketing, and how all the richness of your marketing is stored on your website. And then it's up to you to propagate that and to announce to everybody that you have this blog post now. It's one thing to create a blog post and posting it on your website and then sitting back and then letting SEO do its thing over the months. It's another thing to just click 2 more buttons and send it out to your 500 contacts. They are going to reshare it as well. You're building your contacts more and more and more when you go to open houses, when you go to events, when you go to networking sessions and all that, and you are continuously sending across content and value. You're using the same content to do your social media marketing. And the more social media marketing you do, a lot more occasional eyeballs you're going to be able to attract. And this over time is what marketing is, bringing attention to you so that you can speak your values, and that's how you can build trust. So this was a little episode I wanted to talk about before we continue with our discussion, because it's super important for you to really understand that. All right. So once we've done that and we're ready to propagate that, the last thing that I want to do is I want to show you how we can create a different section on my website for these posts. All right. So everything that's mortgage related, let's say, I want to add to my website separately. So I don't want this blog post to be simply posted under news. I want it to have its own section of the website, because I'm going to have other blog posts that are using, basically about the topic of financing to be added to my website later. And I want them to have their own little page. And that is pretty easy to do as well. So what we do is this. Basically, what you have to do is go ahead and tag your blog post. You can see that I have different tags here. So these two are tagged as lifestyle. This one is tagged as financing. So I would like to tag this one as financing as well. So all I need to do is to click on actions and click on tag. And here we are. We have all the different tags that I've used in the past, or I can just type in a new tag if that's what I want to do, if this is the first one of its kind in that stream of blog posts. So I'm just going to select financing, for instance, and I'm going to add that tag here as well. So this post is now tagged as financing as well. Now, if you want to make a note of this, you can go ahead and make a note of this. You see this one? It's your URL versus /news. All right. So if we want to reach to that landing page that's now dynamically created, what you need to do is to type this post. So your URL /post/ that tag name. So what was the tag name again? Financing. So I'm just going to type in financing. Enter. There it is. So now I have financing, and I have the two posts that I had previously tagged as financing available under this page right here. So if I add more blog posts and I just simply tag them financing, it will automatically appear here. So all of a sudden you have a landing page with a stream of posts that are just simply financing related. Now, if I want to pull up the landing page with these two other ones, so these are lifestyle, all I need to do is to change this tag portion, which would be lifestyle. And there it is. Now I have other posts that have been tagged as lifestyle appearing on this landing page. So you see, I have different different landing pages now. Now let me show you how to add it to the website. And before we do that, because I've done a demonstration on this before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to website design and go to website configuration. I'll go to the main menu right here, and I'm just going to quickly click load default. So now I'm back to the default version of my menu. Let's just refresh that. Let's go to the home page. So this is the default. This is probably what you would have if you already haven't made any changes to your main menu. So we had the news before. So what I want to do is now I want to replace that with my own blogs, or I just want to add my own blogs underneath. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to add a custom link here. I'll call it my blogs. Now, if there's a link to it, you put a link. If there's not a link, you just put a hashtag so it doesn't allow people to click on this itself. This is just going to be my my title, excuse me. So I'm not going to add any links to it. So this is just going to be the title, and I'm going to move it right after news. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to add these two blog streams here. So one of them was, if you remember, /post/lifestyle. Whoops, lifestyle. And the other one was /post/ what was it? Financing. And that's financing. All right. So let's add the financing blog first. So what I need is this URL. And remember, you don't need the whole URL. You just need the whatever comes after, because this, whatever comes after your domain, because this portion is basically considered by default anyway. So we'll go back here, and I'm going to add another custom link. This time I'm going to call this financing blog, and here's the link, /post/financing. That's the tag. I've added that, and now I'm going to move this under my blogs like that. So I just move it up and to the right so that it goes under. So it's now a subsection of my blogs. I'm going to add another one. This one's going to be lifestyle blog, and the URL is going to be /post/lifestyle, just like that. And I'm going to add this one. Again, I'll move it up and to the right So it goes under my blogs. Perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this now. And if I go back to my website, now I have my blogs up here, and underneath I have financing blog and I have lifestyle blog. So now I've created two streams of blogs. If I go back and if I go to news and blogs, and let's say I do a brand new blogging and I want this one to also fall into the same version. Let's see. Let's see if there's something else related to financing here. Let's do this one. I just tag this one, financing, ad, done. So you create a blog post and you tag it. You don't need to do anything else. From now on, whenever you go to your financing blog, that third one also appears right here. So you can see that your blog posts can now easily be added to your website in exactly the same designated spot that you want it to be, simply by adding them and tagging them. That's all you need to do. So now you have your blogging game scaled up just another notch. And hopefully this is going to make the difference that it's intended to make for you in your marketing efforts. Perfect. So I'm going to stop here. I'm just checking to see if there are any questions. I don't see any questions. Okay, so I hope that it has been clear. If you need further assistance, please reach out to us. If questions come up, please do reach out to us as well. We're always happy to hear. So go ahead and start doing that. This is going to be a great addition to your marketing efforts. It's quite easy. You just saw me demonstrate how you can add a blog post in a matter of minutes and promote it. So this could be your thing. So go ahead and start that, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot of benefits out of it. Other than that, I'll leave the subject at that point. I'll see you again next week with a different topic. So stay safe and enjoy the great weather. Until then, goodbye for now.